Hello and welcome to my X Factor USA commentary and recap of last night's episode, October 23rd, 2012. So I know I'm sporting an American Idol shirt in an X Factor review, but I don't really care. I love Scotty McCreery, so deal with it. So it's a short 1 hour show. We're reminded who made it into the teens and the over 25s, which is Diamond White, Carly Rose Sonenclar, Arin Ray, Beatrice Miller, Tate Stevens, David Correy, Jason Brock, and Vino Alan. So, after we had a little recap, they showed Demi's group, and they did repeat Jennel and Willie's segment, which I won't talk about because I talked about it last week. So, finally on to some of the things that we didn't see here in the U.S. First up, we have Nick Youngerman, and he is cut, and I wasn't a fan, so it doesn't really affect me anymore, but didn't think he was going to make it, so I'm not surprised. I don't really care, so next. Then we have Paige Thomas, and she makes it. She isn't the strongest singer, but I think she has really good style, and she has the look, and she's likable, so I like her, but she isn't my favorite in the competition. Then it's down to CeCe Frey and Jillian Jensen. Jillian is cut, and CeCe is in. So there is a lot of controversy about this. A lot of people are saying Demi is absolutely stupid because, Jillian looks up to Demi and blah, blah, blah. And they have the same similar story of bullying and all this crap. And then CeCe's kind of full of herself, which it doesn't bother me, but it bothers some people. And they're just kind of like, a lot of people are frustrated with this decision. And I gotta say, I agree with Demi and her choice. With CeCe, throughout the competition, she has grown a lot, musically and personality-wise. When we first saw her, she was damn annoying in her audition, and she just thought she was the shit. And her audition really wasn't the best audition in the world. She started off with Unchained Melody, which was just absolutely horrible, and then Demi and the judges give her a second chance with Ain't No Other Man, which was good, but it wasn't amazing. I kind of thought, yeah, she'll make it to Hollywood, but after that, she won't do very good. But then in Hollywood, she sang I Will Always Love You, which was pretty gosh darn good and kind of changed my mind about her. And then her battle with Paige was pretty good too. And then honestly, with all that drama between her and Paige, I bet half of it was edited TV, even though people are stupid and don't catch up on that. But I am smart enough to catch up on the edited TV. I know that, yeah, she probably does have a little bit of an attitude, but I don't think it is as extreme as TV is making it out to seem. And then at Demi's house, Demi had a word with her and was kind of like, sometimes you come across as unlikable, and I want to help you with that, and I think that you can, become likable. And I think that just kind of clicked in CeCe's mind. And she was just kind of like, I need to be myself. I can't overdo it. I just have to be me and, just think about others and not just myself. And when she sang Sexy and I Know It, it was just a completely different side to her. The arrangement was really cool, kind of a slower version of the song, but still keeping the edge, and she didn't oversing it, and it was just awesome. And, you see that there's a growth with CeCe. As for Jillian, she had a really stellar audition with a great story that really captured America's hearts. But then on from the Hollywood, from what we saw, I think she kind of stayed the same. She didn't really take too much risks. And then same at Demi's house, I don't really think she made a big enough risk with her song choice. I don't think she really had a big enough improvement from her audition to now, which I think was the problem. Demi sees the growth in CeCe, and then she doesn't see so much growth in Jillian. So of course she's going to choose CeCe. It only makes sense to me. I don't know. I know a lot of people personally just like Jillian better, but I see why. I see the growth in CeCe. I didn't see the growth in Jillian. End of story. That's what I think what happened. But, with all that being said, if I was Demi, or if I had the choice to choose, I think I would have just chose the 4 girls instead of Willie. Me personally, I'm not a fan of Willie. I don't think his voice is that great. I don't really understand the hype, but it is what it is. Jillian will be fine. She has tons of fans. She can do it without X Factor. So, on to the groups. First up, we have Lyric 145, and they make it. They seem like the kind of group that on the outside you look at them and you're kind of like, so what? I'm not saying that just about their color. I'm not being racist. I'm just thinking that by looking at them, without seeing them perform, people might not gravitate towards them. You know, you see Lyric to Queen, she has the eye patch, and then the other guy, sometimes he wears the funny eye contacts, and I think people might kind of be like, oh, I don't know about them. But once you see them perform, it's like, okay, yeah, this is cool. They're fun, and I'm enjoying the performance, and Party of the USA was pretty cool, and it was a lot of fun, and just made me want to get up and dance, and sometimes you just need music where you just want to get up and dance, and I think they're doing a great job at that. And it was different and refreshing, and, you know, Lyric to Queen definitely made that group. She is awesome. She's just full force, and I absolutely love that about her. So next we have Dope Crisis and their Cut. Not a surprise since we haven't seen much of them, so on to the next. After that we have Emblem 3, who I don't think is one of the strongest groups vocally, but they're probably going to be one of the more popular groups, just solely on their looks, because they are pretty gosh darn hot. They like to take their shirts off a lot. They do have nice bodies. You know, the girls are going to go crazy. They already are going crazy. You know, girls just love the boy bands. You know, One Direction is huge, and I don't think they're anything like One Direction. I'm not comparing them to One Direction. I'm comparing them to the fangirls. The fangirls who are very crazy for boy bands are going to go crazy over Emblem 3. That's what I'm saying. The same girls who like One Direction are going to like Emblem 3. That's just how it is. And One Direction has a lot of fans. So, with that being said, let's see how far they can get with all the girl voters. I mean, I don't really see anyone else voting for them other than girls. Or maybe guys if they're gay. But I don't see like older people who watch the show voting for them. You know, I watched the show with my mom, and she can't stand them. She's like, I don't see what's so great about them. And I'm like, Mom, they're going to do good on the show just for the sole fact that they're cute and they have nice bodies, because girls are going to go crazy. And she's like, so we'll see how far they get with the girl votes. It could be very far. One Direction came in 3rd in X Factor UK, and yeah, so we'll see what happens. And then after that, Sister C makes it, which I'm kind of surprised, because I thought they were going to get cut. Because the two manufactured groups, I thought that they would make it, because we really haven't seen much of Sister C. You know, we saw a little bit here and there with the audition, and then they showed the judges' performance, and that's really it. And they showed a lot of the boys' auditions, their individual auditions and playback, along with the girls of LYLAS, I think that's how you say it. So, you know, I was thinking based on editing of the show, that's how it was going to go down. But with all that being said, I'm happy Sister C makes it. I love them from what I've seen, and I wish them all the luck in the live rounds. And lastly, it's up against Playback and LYLAS. Playback is cut, which I understand, because their performance was just too cheesy. That was the problem. And LYLAS make it. They're my favorite group out of all the groups, and I hope these girls can connect with an audience, because if a group is going to do well this season, I really hope it's them. And I do think that the groups are a lot stronger than they were last season. The only group that I really liked last season was Lakota Rain. All of the other groups kind of were... Stereo Hogs was good, but I don't think they really connected with an audience. But I really think that all 4 of these groups all can establish a fan base. So I think that the groups are strong, and, you know, they have Simon as a mentor, and people like Simon. So we'll see what happens. So there you have it. It's the top 16 of X Factor USA. Live rounds start next week. I cannot wait. I love live rounds. I like watching auditions, and I like the process of the auditions. I enjoy it, but by the time the audition process is over, I'm like, let's just get on the live shows already. I want to get voting. I want to see some stellar performances. I'm just excited. I'm excited for the live rounds. So thank you all for watching, and see you all next week.